Hi guys, Paul Foster here from Skyline Recruitment. Now one of the hot topics I want to discuss today is onboarding, okay? So if you're a founder, a CEO, or perhaps even a leader of a team, onboarding is going to be something that you have to get good at, okay? So the likelihood is that you're part of a startup, fast growth, scale up, and you might not even actually have HR to help support you. So unfortunately, it actually comes down to you. It's your responsibility. So when it comes to onboarding, the question I have for you is, how efficient is your onboarding process? Could it be improved? Now, I've spent a lot of time speaking to founders of businesses, really just to identify what works for them and what doesn't work for them. Now, getting onboarding right for your business will essentially allow you to cut costs. It will engage your team members. You have much more satisfied team members. One of the key things though, is going to get your new hires to perform in a much quicker time period, which is essential for any successful growth company. So what I've done, I've looked at the top 5 things that you should really be looking at to ensure that your onboarding is successful. Okay, so we're going to run through that real quickly. Number 1 is onboarding does not start the day your new hire starts. Okay, it actually starts around about the time that you make your verbal offer or certainly send out a contract. So you should really expect to be sending your new hire a plan, so a 30, 60 day, 90-day plan of what they should be expecting from an onboarding point of view. It really sets the tone for the rest of their tenure with you, okay? Number 2, what you should really be looking at doing is do not overload your new hire with too much information, okay? So certainly in day 1 and certainly in week 1, the purpose of onboarding is to get that person to perform as quickly as possible. You don't want to actually give them too much information and overstress it, because essentially it will inevitably take longer to onboard them, okay? Number 3, something you really have to think about. It might be 1, even 2 months since you last met your new hire through the interviewing process. A lot's gone on in that time. That particular new hire has resigned, had exit interviews, etc. So I would really encourage you guys to, day 1 to sit down with the actual new hire, go through the vision, the strategy, the KPIs, the expectations, and really go through that all again, so that person's got a very clear idea of the expectations on them and the responsibilities that they've got. It's really going to help you moving forward. Okay, the other thing that I would suggest that you guys do is, when it comes to onboarding, is don't forget to get feedback. Okay, chances are you're in a fast growth company, this will not be your last hire. Okay, so use this as a way of getting feedback. What works, what doesn't, whether that's through informal one-to-ones or more formal appraisals. Speak to that new hire and get the feedback, what's working, what's not, and essentially have that open environment for communication. Now, the last thing that I would suggest is a really good tip is, unfortunately, people leave, okay? So let's make the most of that bad situation. What do I mean by that? Let's think about it. If you've got somebody that you've onboarded, it hasn't gone the way you planned, and that person leaves, make sure that you get feedback through an exit interview. Try to learn about why it hasn't worked. Try and learn about how you could do things better. And essentially, it's going to help your business grow for the future. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Take some of those tips and do what you need to do with them. Check out our blog at www.skylinerecruitment.co.uk. Any comments are welcome, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.